what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on JC towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
Do you think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it all?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
That's about the game too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys came for basketball. Let's talk about basketball.
Yeah.
Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull away in the second half, Caitlin in particular?
We're going to the Commissioner Cup Championship.
Let's
That's
go!
pretty exciting. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that.
What do you think, again, in the second half?
What if we told you that Caitlin Clark might truly quit the WNBA after just one season? Well, pack up, shoot one last three, and dodge between Marina Mewbury flinging fouls like dodgeballs and blind referees who act like they're trying out for a circus. Caitlin has had enough. Is this a reality show gone wrong, or the League of Dreams? If this rumor is accurate, the WNBA will lose its biggest star more quickly than a referee misses a foul, so grab some popcorn.
WNBA record? This is her second season. And you put the numbers together, that's like 10 seasons. That girl did it in 10 seasons. That means she had one a season. Caitlin Clark is... when Caitlin Clark gets to 10 seasons, she's going to have 100 of these. And y'all can't get a girl her roses. Now, I don't like the fact that she be getting woke because she don't want all these lesbians to be mad at it. At the end of the day, is the woman putting in the work, she's putting in the work.
Fans are officially done watching Caitlin Clark play the sacrificial lamb for a league that isn't sure if it wants to grow or gatekeep for the second consecutive season. She is the main character in a drama that somehow still expects her to pass the ball, smile for the camera, sell the tickets, take the hits, and thank her haters. After that, fans aren't just frustrated anymore. They're furious that the campaign to protect Caitlin has evolved from an online platform to a full-on emotional custody battle between her loved ones and A.
This is all going according to plan. This is ideal. Caitlin Clark is holding up her end by being awesome and by being a trash-talking jerk on the court. Love it. Her teammates are holding up their end by having her back. The other players in the league are holding up their end by not liking her. Perfect. Couldn't have written a better script. Caitlin is talking trash to this girl's hard fouling her. Her teammate Sophie Cunningham, who got a black belt in Taekwondo at the age of 6, she's like, I will F you guys up. All of it's great, and Caitlin's a killer. 10 out of 10, no.
Let's begin with the apparent. As the walking talking logo, 3-point shooting lifeline, and the reason the WNBA is even mentioned outside of Tuesday night Twitter arguments and high school gym throwbacks, Caitlin Clark is the reason the league receives any attention at all. How does the league react to this with dubious referee calls, cold shoulders from teammates, and more elbows than a WWE Royal Rumble?
Caitlin Clark is driving the WNBA insane. It's to the point that she may need to step away from the WNBA, have a billionaire come in that has the money to prove a point, and say, Caitlin, I'll pay you $50 million just to see if the WNBA can make it without you. Let's go create a completely different league and expose the hell out of the WNBA just to embarrass this Angel Reese girl that Jameel Hill just said she could go down as a Michael Jordan of WNBA.
Yeah.
The referees were quiet. The league is more concerned with the clothing code than with player safety. It seems like the entire ecosystem has gone crazy, and now fans are pleading with Caitlin Clark to leave. Imagine her landing a shoe deal, hitting the broadcast booth, or simply taking her skills to Europe, where basketball is basketball and not a high-stakes game of, let's see how much abuse one woman can endure before she goes overseas. She would get paid, protected, and most likely met at the airport with flowers rather than flying elbows. Let's face it, the WNBA is running a Caitlin Clark content farm and feeding her the same slop every week, needless drama, bad calls, and zero support. Fans view it. Come watch Caitlin Clark and the others. It's like she's Beyoncé, and the rest of the league is a complete mess. The media notices it. Even those who pretend not to like her secretly look at the schedule to see when she's playing because, love or hate, nobody wants to watch the main character get sabotaged in every episode. She's brought more to the league in 2 seasons than some franchises have in 20 years, and yet she's treated like a guest at her own party. Even the promos are awkward. No disrespect. Simply the facts about Destiny's Child.
I will say this, when Caitlin Clark was out, they lost 55% of their viewership. So, like, basically, Caitlin Clark is paying all their salaries.
Pretty much.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can hate her as much as you want, but she's brought in millions of fucking dollars. So you should be kissing her ass.
And that kind of defeated the purpose of Angel Reese's argument of, she's like, hey, it's not just Caitlin Clark that is bringing all the viewership to the WNBA. It's like, well, it definitely is. It's like, it kind of proved that with the viewership rating being down, that she significantly increases viewership with
They try so hard to compare her to Caitlin Clark. They try.
Last time we checked, she had more stripes than a zebra in a barcode factory. She's out here averaging 25 points, 8 assists, and 12 microaggressions per game while grinning. And let's not forget about the constant gaslighting. It's not that bad. She's just being dramatic. What else is required of her? Levitate fans are not naive. They observe the double standard, the way the league goes above and beyond for some players while blatantly disregarding others, the forced narratives, the passive-aggressive interviews, and the locker room politics. They are also weary of seeing Caitlin struggle for a spot on a team she created and of seeing her ignored everywhere. They're sick of acting like this is acceptable and are voting like it's a popularity contest in middle school. She's smart enough to know when she's being played, so if she leaves after this season, it won't be because she couldn't hack it. Let's face it, leaving could be the biggest power move of the century, forcing the league that couldn't stop talking about her to face a very quiet reality. There won't be any more crowded arenas, record-breaking streaming, or casual admirers watching to see what she does next.
The Fever and Sun hold a brawl and a basketball game breaks out. This was something. Caitlin Clark, without question, gets raked across the face. I think she gets poked in the eye, but it's difficult to tell.
If you're the Indiana Fever, you cannot stand by and let that happen. They need to make it clear to the officials. If you're going to let this happen, then we're going to stand up for our player and make a mess of the game, and you're going to have a big mess on your hands. So you need to stand up for this. You need to do something about this.
You've just learned with definitive data and beyond question that Caitlin Clark controls more than half the audience for the entire WNBA.
What occurs is that they provide 2-for-1 ticket offers and bring back promotional bobbleheads. Put motivational sayings on the court and hope that people will overlook the spoiler warning. When Caitlin Clark leaves the WNBA, it turns into another trivia question. Remember that league that had that superstar for a hot minute? Don't even begin with the people who say she should stay and tough it out. She has done so by defending herself against players who are more interested in playing defense than winning games. At some point, toughness isn't the answer, self-respect is. And while we're at it, how is the league not taking advantage of this moment? After being treated like a human piñata, you would think that Caitlin Clark would be launching red carpets, promoting her, and creating marketing campaigns that don't look like they were photoshopped in 2003, but instead there is more shade, more hits, and more missed opportunities. She is a once-in-a-generation star who is relatable, marketable, and somehow still humble. Fans have had enough and are not only watching the games, they are also rooting for her and posting videos criticizing the league and demanding justice, acting as unpaid interns in the Caitlin Clark Public Relations Department. If she decides to step down at the end of the season, she will not be leaving alone because she will be taking millions of devoted viewers, the kind who purchase tickets and watch games, with her. Wear the merchandise and let out an unreserved scream each time she touches the ball.
A lot of us were expecting some sort of dip since Caitlin Clark has been out with injury, but I don't think all of us were expecting the entire viewership of the entire WNBA to be down. And this tweet from Christine Brennan really stuck out to me. She said one player gets injured and more than half the TV audience for the entire league disappears. Has any other athlete ever had that kind of impact on a sport? Golf without Tiger definitely dropped precipitously on occasion, but not like this. This news is alarming for the league, and it's alarming for the league because this is such a crucial year for the WNBA.
Fans are ready to pack her bags, drive her to the airport, and cheer as she boards a plane to anywhere that genuinely respects greatness in a league that is desperate for attention. So if the WNBA wants to keep her, they better start acting like it. Right now, it's giving ungrateful roommates energy. Caitlin Clark was the feast, but if all she gets in return is crumbs and chaos, don't be shocked when she decides she's had her fill. And just when you think it can't get more absurd, here comes the cherry on top of this flaming hot mess. The ESPN think pieces. He's bending over backwards, sideways, and upside down to explain why Caitlin Clark getting shoved like she owed Marina Mabury lunch money is somehow her fault. Yes, really, because apparently having the audacity to talk trash in a professional sports league is now grounds for getting tossed across the court like a gym towel. Forget the actual shove. Forget the fact that Caitlin didn't retaliate, didn't throw a punch, didn't even flinch. She just walked it off like the queen of composure she is, stuck to basketball, and kept her head in the game. Meanwhile, ESPN commentators are out here with their detective caps, acting like they cracked the Da Vinci Code because she once smirked after hitting a deep three. She brought it on herself, they say. Like she asked to be Bodis slammed between possessions.
I am sick and tired of the way they are treating my girl, Caitlin Clark. I am here to propose a solution. I think they need an enforcer. You know, someone who comes off the bench to kind of lay the smackdown on an opposing team member. I want to get the word out to the Indiana Fever that I am available. I'm ready to identify as whatever I need to in order to get the job. They need someone like me. Why? Because I'm not afraid of any 6 foot tall left. I work out. Now, I have a couple of real good go-to moves in my bag of tricks.
A crazy notion. It's athletics, not Sunday brunch, so maybe just talking trash is part of the game. If you're not chirping, you're not competing. Michael Jordan did it, and Kobe loved it. Psychological warfare was essentially invented by Larry Bird, but Caitlin Clark's trash talk is a clear invitation for players to stop playing basketball and start acting like MMA fighters. Even rival players, some of whom would kill her on the court, have come out and essentially stated, yeah, that shove was out of pocket. They are competitors, not her teammates or fans, and some of them have faced her head-to-head and understand the difference between tough basketball and outright thuggery. Despite this, they are more sensible than half of the paid analysts who act as though they have ever touched a basketball because, let's be honest, if Caitlin Clark had even considered shoving back, you would have seen it on every sports program and news outlet, and there would have likely been a dramatic reenactment on Lifetime Out of Control. They find a way to blame her for being pushed, which is similar to blaming your mailbox for being struck by a financial driver because it was standing a little too confidently on the curb. The rookie finally loses it, but she kept it classy and clean, didn't try to make it personal, and didn't fall for the bait.